So, what does Tanya have to do with parenting? Where does it actually speak in Tanya about parenting? So, obviously, if I open up a Tanya, I'm not going to find advice on what to do if my child's having a tantrum on the playground, or how to put them to bed, or what to do if they don't want to eat the supper that I cook. But Tanya is mainly about two things. It's about the journey of the neshama to earth, which as parents, we have a little bit to do with that. And it's about how to create a bond with Hashem, a loving and compassionate bond with Hashem. So, as far as the journey of the neshama to earth, as parents, we actually have a lot to do with this whole journey, but not as much as you might think. Because each neshama, it's on its own path in life. And who the parents are is almost like incidental to that. That means Hashem wants to send the neshama to earth, and there is a set of parents that agree to accept this neshama. But everything that happens from that point on, whatever journey the neshama has to go through, is really between that neshama and Hashem. So even though, a lot of times as parents, we feel a lot of pressure, we feel a lot of guilt, we want to give our children, the best possible life, and we feel if we're not able to provide this or that, then, my child's life is ruined, chas v'shalom. But our approach really is that Hashem is sending the neshama to earth. It has its own purpose in being here. And whatever I can provide them, whatever kind of chinuch and upbringing that I provide them in my house, in my home, I'm doing the best that I can. But it's a neshama that's on its own shluchos. It's going to go through its own challenges, its own struggles, its own nisyonos. I'm not the one that caused these nisyonos to happen. I'm not the one that is forcing this child to go through this. It's not because I chose to have a child, therefore I am putting this child through this terrible situation, whatever it is. So that is one important aspect that we learn from Tanya. We learn that each neshama is on its own shluchos in the world that really doesn't have that much to do with who the parents are. The parent, yes, obviously it's important. Obviously, parents play an important role in our child's life, but there's a whole other story that really is outside of our control. That's one thing. Another aspect is that forming of a loving bond and connection to Hashem. And Tanya goes through it and how we can forge that relationship and how we can get rid of a lot of the negativity, serving Hashem with joy, serving Hashem with pleasure, not out of guilt, not when, we have all these voices inside our heads and telling us that we're not good enough. And the same things that apply in our relationship with Hashem, in our ways, Hashem also applies in the way that we raise our children. Because if I have feelings of negativity about myself and the way that I'm serving Hashem, that's going to spill over in the way that I raise my children. But if I'm applying the principles of Chassidus and I'm feeling that joy in my ways, Hashem, then I can also raise my children with that same joy. And the same way that we take more of a compassionate view of the Veda of the Nefesh Elokis and the Nefesh Abamis in this world, we can also take a more compassionate approach towards our children and their struggles in this world. So Tanya teaches us an approach towards our own journey in this world and our own relationship to Hashem, which also carries over into how we receive our children on their journey into this world and how we help them form their own connection to Hashem.